Today I get to team up with Mike Ort, my fellow Limerick scuba diver, in search of shallow water marine life.
I've never seen it. So what was the depth?
Good morning and welcome to a very, very rainy New Quay in County Clare. So you join me in the west coast of Clare, like I said, and we're going to be testing out the Osmo Pocket underwater housing, which is an absolutely fantastic tool which I've bought the very day it came out, but today I'm only finally getting a chance to get to use it. So I'm joined by my fellow diver Mike Ort, the Yank, and the two Joes from Galway also. So we're going to go in. I'm going to be shooting a bit of macro. Mike, you're shooting macro, yeah?
Yeah, macro.
Say hi to everyone. You can't see Mike, he's invisible. But yeah, so we're going to be shooting macro. I think all of us are going to be, but I'm going to have this attached to the top of my housing. So it's going to have a bit of a wide angle view underwater, and we're going to put it to the test to see if it will work. Hopefully it doesn't flood and I lose my Osmo Pocket. That I don't want. But yeah, look, I'm going to start getting geared up because we're getting down the steps at 10 a.m. and yeah, thumbs up and fingers crossed for a good dive. All right, let's go. Alright, so we have Mike Ort here the whole way from Maryland. He flew the whole way over just to come diving with me, didn't you?
Yeah, that's it.
Yeah. So I know Mike quite a while now, I'd say by pushing on about 2.5 years. Very good dive buddy, and I'll send a link to his channel just up here. He used to post a lot of videos, got a bit stagnant buddy, you know.
I love the photography now.
Yeah, you're
Both.
a victim of your own success. But come here, tell me, what are we diving for today? What are we looking for under the water?
Today we're going to go down, I think down into the middle of the channel of New Quay and at high tide there, and we will look for some nudie branches. We're going to do macro.
Lovely.
We're going to look for some of the purple ones.
The purple
beautiful little purple ones.
Tell everyone how big they are.
Fingernail.
Your fingernail.
Pinky.
That small.
Pinky nail.
Just the fingernail, that's it. That's how small they are.
Can be, yeah. They can be bigger, but probably.
And to enable yourself to photograph them, do you need any special equipment?
I'm going with a diopter today, maybe.
Okay.
That I can screw on and screw off. So it's a wet lens. So
okay, brilliant.
if I find one, I'll use the normal macro port, but
okay,
I might swap it halfway through and then take another photo with that.
Is there anything else? Is it just nudies? Or are we going to explore and kind of look for something new, something fresh?
So Joe and Tony are here from Sea Search, and Joe is famous for his clingfish.
Right.
Tony has asked me to try and get a picture of a clingfish, but I think that's Joe's fish.
Joe's
so
speciality.
I may stay away from that.
Okay.
So try and get them, and then you know the little limpets that come up from the stalk of the kelp.
Okay.
And they go up onto the top.
Yeah.
They can be in a big group gathering together. They can be very pretty, and they have that kind of luminescent blue streak that goes through.
Awesome.
So that can be a challenge to take a picture of.
If you see any scarping fish, do this signal, right? Because that's what I love photographing. So
The scorpion fish.
All
right,
fish.
I'll give you all the scorpions.
Yeah. So if you see any, this is the signal.
All right. But can you see the small things?
No,
Can you see the nudies? Because I need a nudie branch spotter.
All right, okay. I'll try.
Yeah, I was hoping Martin Kiley would be here today because he can spot the nudies.
Is he good? Yeah.
He's unbelievable with the eye.
Okay.
My eyes are kind of going these days, so.
That's what happens when you get old. All right, so we're going to jump into our dry suits and pray to God they don't leak. Yours fixed?
I'm fixed.
I'm still leaking, just a tad. All right, let's go.
I'd be lying if I said I wasn't worried about the Osmo Pocket leaking, but it turned out my dry suit was the only thing that leaked. Conditions were not ideal after a recent storm threw up the seabed, but overall I had fun. The Osmo did well in the gist of things. It got confused about the white balance at times. The visibility was getting worse and worse by the minute. I'm surprised I didn't lose Mike at all. So now it's time to head back to shore to get warmed up and have some chowder with my crew.
Alright, so guys, we came up from our dive. Quite an interesting dive, just to say the least. Visibility wasn't exactly fantastic, but look, we still had loads and loads of fun, needless to say. So I got to test out the Osmo Pocket underwater with the housing. It worked really well. It still works, it turns on. It's got my footage on it, which is even better again. But one tip I would recommend to anyone using it, and I nearly got caught for myself, is you tighten above land, went underwater. After about 4 or 5 minutes, I checked it. The ring was slightly loose, so I had to re-tighten it again underwater. I remember, righty-tighty, lefty-loosey. That's the only reason why I didn't open it even more, even let in water. So Mike found the scorpion fish for me. He didn't do the signal that he was supposed to, but he pointed it. So look, need to say, I still got the picture. I had to coax the scorpion fish into a good composition, but needless to say, it was a good picture. So look, I'm starving, so I'm going to check out now. I have my chowder just here, and the lads they're mucking into theirs already, so I need to catch up with them. Alright, so guys, thanks a million for watching this week's episode, and remember, tune in next week. We should have a video about the deer rut in Killarney. Alright, see you next week, guys. Ayo.
So I got my shot at a scorpion fish, but I was so happy with it I decided not to publish it. I'll keep it for a competition coming up in March for Advanced Underwater Photographer of the Year.